Look up. What you're seeing isn't a cloud. It isn't smoke. It's a living silk, a murmuration of starlings. Thousands of small bodies, each with its own hunger, its own fear, its own tiny pulse. And yet, together, they move like one liquid mind. At first, it's only a speck on the horizon. Then 10 specks. Then 1,000. Then the sky begins to bruise with motion, as if dusk itself has learned to breathe. The flock stretches, contracts, folds, and unfurls. A ribbon, a whirlpool, a black tide that refuses to break. Here is the mystery. How can a 1,000-bodied creature turn on a dime without a single collision? How does a cloud of birds behave like a solid, then a liquid, then a ghost? Welcome to the hidden world of emergent intelligence. Welcome to the physics of the flock. In the human world, we look for leaders. We look for a general at the front of the army, a CEO in the tallest office, a conductor raising a baton. We want a single hand on the wheel. But in the sky, there is no leader. There is no central command. There is only connection, simple, local, relentless. A starling does not watch the whole flock. It cannot. No brain that small can map a storm of wings across hundreds of meters. Instead, each bird pays attention to a few neighbors close by. Studies suggest the number is small, often around 6 or 7, not 50. Not the whole crowd, just a handful. Why that range? Because nature is an engineer. Too few neighbors and the flock loses coherence. It tears apart, becomes noisy, unpredictable, easy for a predator to split. Too many neighbors and the bird overloads its senses. Reaction becomes slow. Decisions become muddy. But with a small circle of attention, the bird gets the best of both worlds. Maximum control with minimum effort. Picture it like this. Each bird is a node in a living network. Invisible lines connect it to its nearest companions. If one bird tilts its wing, the neighbors tilt too. If one bird slows, others slow. If one bird snaps sideways to avoid a hawk, that movement doesn't stay private. It spreads. But it doesn't spread like a message passed from mouth to mouth. It spreads like a ripple in water. It spreads like a wave. A wave doesn't need a leader. It needs only a rule. Respond to what touches you. This is where the flock becomes more than a collection of birds. It becomes a system. And systems can do something astonishing. They can create intelligence without a brain at the center. To a physicist, a murmuration is not only biology, it is a phase transition matter changing its state. Think of water. When water is a liquid, its molecules slide past one another, free but connected. When water becomes ice, those same molecules lock into a rigid geometry. Different behavior, same ingredients, a new pattern emerges. A starling flock lives near a critical state, a razor's edge between order and chaos. Too much order, and the flock becomes stiff, predictable, easy to hunt. Too much chaos, and the flock dissolves into scattered birds, vulnerable, alone. But on the edge, right at that trembling border, the flock becomes extraordinary. On the edge, small changes can travel far. On the edge, the group becomes sensitive and responsive. On the edge, the flock becomes a superorganism. A single starling is fragile. A single starling is an easy target in a vast sky. But a superorganism can do something the individual cannot. It can become an illusion. Watch the shapes. A long ribbon that whips across the horizon. A tight ball that pulses like a heartbeat. A sudden twist that looks like a giant hand turning the air. These shapes are not planned by any one bird. They are drawn by simple rules, repeated thousands of times at high speed. Stay close to your neighbors, match their direction, avoid collisions, keep moving, that's all. And from that all, beauty appears. Now enter the predator. A peregrine falcon drops from the heavens like a thrown knife. It is built for speed, for precision, for the single strike. This is the moment you expect chaos, a panic, a scatter. Instead, something colder and smarter happens. The flock performs a flash expansion. In a fraction of a second, the dark cloud opens like a curtain being pulled aside, creating a void around the incoming falcon. Not because one bird commanded it, because many birds, each following the same rules, detect a change and respond in synchrony. You can almost feel the physics. The flock doesn't simply move away, it transforms. The density shifts while the overall cohesion holds. Gaps appear, then close. The falcon passes through a temporary tunnel of air, and behind it, the flock stitches itself back together. This is the predator's paradox. The more the hunter tries to isolate one bird, the more the flock becomes a shield. Confusion is a weapon. Complexity is armor. A predator's eyes and brain crave a single target, one trajectory, one body to lock onto. But the murmuration offers too many options at once. Edges and swirls, false openings, rolling waves of motion that scramble prediction. And while the predator calculates, the flock keeps writing new shapes across the sky. Notice how fast it happens, not bird by bird, not like dominoes, like an electromagnetic wave information moving through the network as if the air itself carries the signal. One bird reacts, 7 neighbors react, their neighbors react, and suddenly the whole sky turns, not because they are thinking in sentences, because they are thinking in patterns. This is emergent intelligence, the kind that rises when many simple beings follow a few simple rules. And here is the quiet lesson hidden inside the spectacle. We often imagine ourselves as separate individual minds drifting alone, each locked inside its own skull, each trying to steer through life with private effort. But the Starlings remind us that connection changes what is possible. When you follow a few simple rules of relationship, when you pay attention to what is close, when you adjust with grace, when you keep enough space to avoid collision, when you move with the rhythm instead of against it, you become part of something larger than you. A community can become a mind. A group can become a shield. A network can become a miracle. And maybe that is why the murmuration feels like art. Because it is the universe showing us a secret. Order can emerge without control. Beauty can arise without a designer. And intelligence can be woven from attention. Now watch the sun sink lower. The gold in the clouds deepens. The flock tightens, then loosens, as if exhaling. They spiral downward toward the trees, vanishing into branches like ink dissolving into paper. The sky grows quiet again, but the memory stays, a ribbon of silk, a living storm, 1,000 hearts moving as one. Surrender to the rhythm of the sky. If you want more hidden wonders, more moments where nature reveals the mathematics beneath its magic, subscribe to the channel. Let us explore the physics of the world together. Let us find the intelligence hiding in plain sight. And notice the sound, almost none. Just the hush of thousands of wings slicing air, like pages turning in a dark library. Silence, shaped into motion. It's calming and unsettling, because it feels like the sky is alive and watching back. For a moment, you're not observing nature. You're inside a moving equation. Listen closely, not with your ears, but with your imagination. Each wing beat is a tiny decision, a tilt, a correction, a micro-vote cast in the air, and every vote is counted instantly by the birds nearby. That is why the flock looks smooth. Not because the birds are perfect, but because the errors are averaged away. In a murmuration, mistakes dissolve into motion, and something even stranger happens. The flock holds together no matter how stretched it becomes. That's because the connection is not based on distance alone. It is based on neighborhood. A bird does not care if the flock is wide or narrow. It cares who is closest right now. The network rewires itself every second, like a living web that never sleeps. This is what scientists call topological interaction. You track relationships, not meters. You track who, not how far. And that simple choice makes the flock resilient. Wind can shove it. A predator can punch a hole through it, and still it reknits, because the rule travels with the bird. Now imagine the flow of information. A falcon appears. One bird senses the shadow, a flicker in the swarm, a shift in the pattern of the sky. It tenses, it turns. Its neighbors do not need to see the falcon, they only need to see the turn. They respond to the response. They inherit the urgency without knowing the story. This is why the reaction can look faster than thought, because it is not a story, it is geometry. If you could slow time down enough, you would see the flock behaving like a sheet of fabric in a storm. Pull one corner, and the tension travels through the weave. The fabric doesn't decide, it transmits. But unlike fabric, the birds also adapt. They don't merely follow, they negotiate. If a neighbor turns too sharply, you counter-turn. If a neighbor gets too close, you create space. If the density becomes dangerous, you widen. If the flock becomes too thin, you tighten. The flock is constantly solving a moving puzzle, how to stay together without crashing. And here is the miracle of emergence. Local rules produce global grace. Now return to the sky. Watch the ribbon fold back on itself. Watch the dark mass spill like ink, then pull tight like a fist. Watch it become a wave that rises, crests, and breaks without breaking. The birds do not speak, yet they communicate. They do not plan, yet they coordinate. They are not one body, yet they move as if they are. And the longer you watch, the more the question changes. It stops being, how do they do it? And becomes, what simple rules am I following? And what larger pattern am I creating? Because you are also a node in networks, family, friends, work, community. Your choices ripple outward. Sometimes softly, sometimes loudly, sometimes in ways you don't notice until the pattern returns. So take the Starlings' wisdom as an invitation. Pay attention to the closest signals. Align when alignment is needed. Create space when space prevents collision. Stay flexible enough to turn. Stay connected enough to hold. That is how chaos becomes choreography. One last look. The flock gathers itself into a final swirl, like a galaxy remembering its shape. Then, all at once, it pours into the trees and disappears. The sky is suddenly empty, as if the miracle never happened. But it did happen, and it happens again. Every evening, somewhere on Earth, the air becomes a living ribbon. Surrender to the rhythm of the sky. Subscribe to our channel, and step with us into the hidden wonders of nature, where physics becomes poetry, and the ordinary world reveals its secret intelligence.